Presiden ke? Budak baru. Tak jatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to welcome everyone to the grand finale talk for our Islamic Awareness Week, as brought to you by Monash University Islamic Society, in collaboration with Sahabat and Sooi Society from Sooi. My name is Michaela. I'm the Vice President of the Society. Praise be to Allah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, for letting us gather here today in search of knowledge, in health and in safety, and with the company of Mu'min and Mu'minat, inshallah. Today we extend a warm welcome to Brother Joon Sooi. Sorry, just checking. Okay, from Interactive Dawah Training to help us on answering questions and clearing confusions about Islam, inshallah. For that, we would like to thank Muslim heroes for getting Brother Nisar, Nadia Bala, to come and join us on Wednesday to give the talk about marriage. And on Thursday, we would like to thank Dr. Fadila Ibrahim for providing us with an eye-opening perspective on women in Islam. We would also like to give thanks to all the NGOs who have helped supply us with Islamic articles and the Quranic translations, such as Masjid Negara, and also Akhtar Sharif for opening the booth for Palestine, and all the donations that come will be given to Dr. Sharif. A hearty thanks to Style Scarf Singapore for sponsoring the scarves for our hijab challenge. And thank you to Inspirati Hot for gracing our event by providing the beautiful hot art for the students. And thank you as well to MAC and Maisha Sukaku for providing the Muslimah clothing and food for sale throughout the week. May Allah bless your kindness and return it in tenfold. Last but not least, a big hand to our committee members and hardworking project managers for successfully making this event happen, alhamdulillah. To Sister Aisha, Sister Nabila, Sister Farah, and Sister Ifa, they have worked hard and juggled studies and deadlines in order to ensure that this week happens successfully. So we thank them for sacrificing their time, and inshallah, I would like us all to make dua that their deeds are accepted. Ameen, inshallah. Okay. So, the objectives of the Islamic Awareness Week is to clear misconceptions, promote awareness and understanding, and we hope that we have achieved this, inshallah. Thank you everyone for joining us, and may we all receive Allah's blessings for seeking knowledge on Friday nights when other plans might have tempted us, but we are here today to gather ilm, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Sister Michaela, for the wonderful speech. Tonight, we're very privileged to have a special guest deliver this talk about common misconceptions in Islam, Brother Lim Joy Soon. Brother Lim is a Chinese Muslim, revert from Malaysia. He was formerly a Buddhist and evangelical Christian. He reverted to Islam at the age of 27, and he is now part of the Malaysian Chinese Muslim Association, and he's also an instructor at the Interactive Dawah Training and Curriculum. He's also a student of comparative religion, and he also delivers talks on this topic. Now I would like to invite Brother Lim to begin today's event.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Almighty God, the most gracious and the most merciful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace, blessing, and mercy of Allah be with everyone. Is it a culture when you deliver a talk, you must sit here, you have to sit, or you can just move around? Which one do you prefer? You want me to move around? Can someone adjust the sound system, make it louder? Is it possible? Um, a very good evening to everyone. And before I proceed by answering your questions, is it alright for me to get to know some of you here first? Because actually this is the first time I know Monash University. Sorry, I was not from Kuala Lumpur. I'm from Malacca. So I have no much idea about Monash University, and also quite distant to come here. Even though I came all the way from Ampang, it took me more than 1.5 hours to reach here. Because today's traffic is very, very, very heavy. Okay, before I start, is it alright for you that let me introduce myself? Is it okay? Because there's a saying among Malay community, tak kenal maka tak cinta. If you don't understand, it's okay, just relax. Okay? Tak kenal maka tak cinta. The Malay used to say this word. And for me, I always reply that nanti sudah cinta banyak pening kepala. It's okay if you don't understand. You ask the local people, they will explain to you. Okay, just briefly, maybe many of you would like to ask about my name. I noticed that one lady who tried to introduce me and had problem to pronounce my name. Don't worry. My name is Lim Jui Soon. Lim Jui Soon is my name before Islam. Chinese name. After I embrace Islam, I choose Lim Jui Soon as my Islamic name. So I retain my name, my Chinese name, as my Islamic name. So I didn't change my name. Can you understand this? Yeah. Usually, the perception, general perception that people have is everyone who embraces Islam, they must have an Arabic name. Am I right? But that actually is not that correct. Most people do not know actually. Most people have the perception that Islamic name is the name, is the Arabic name. But for me, when I do my study, I do my research, I discover that Islamic name is the name which have good meaning. Not necessarily it must be in Arabic. The most important thing is the name have good meaning. Can you agree with me? If you can agree, I don't need to talk much about this. But the question here is, do you want to know what is my name, the meaning of my name? Yes. Okay, Lim, my family name. Like Michael Jackson. Jackson is his family name. My family name is Lim. This Lim got nothing to do with Lim Wan Eng or Lim Botong. I know foreigner, you don't understand, don't worry. And Jui, my second name, is referring to generation name. So I'm 27th generation in my family tree. What about you? You have no idea, am I right?
I do.
It's you. Soon is my personal name, it's my name. Lim Jui Soon has many, many meanings. One of the meaning is pursue victory. So that's this the meaning of my name. Second thing about myself. Not many people know, or not many people tell. Especially when someone gives speech, they normally don't tell. But tonight I want to tell everyone here, I'm married. So don't waste time. Okay? And I have 10 children.
Wow.
5 boys, 5 girls. Up to now. Lastly, I was born in a Buddhist family, in short, and at the age of 14, I embraced Christianity, a Protestant church, evangelical church. If you know evangelical, if those who are from Sabah, Sarawak, usually they call it as Sidang Injil Volume, evangelical. And Alhamdulillah, at the age of 27, after I've done this comparative religious study, I discovered the truth in Islam and I embraced Islam. Until now, roughly coming to 18 years, 17, 18 years. So it's a little bit about my background, and I was told that all of you already prepared questions to ask me, right? Okay, how many non-Muslim do we have? One non-Muslim. Can I have show of hands, please? One person? Interesting. So I will just answer your question. So what should we do? Okay. Do you have pen and paper with you? What I need you to do is to write down, whether you're Muslim or you're non-Muslim, write down all your questions. Okay? The questions which is bothering you, whatever questions about religion, Number two, shaking questions, something that which is not is always disturbing you. Or sometimes people might ask something about Islam to you that you have problem to answer. Do you have such a question? Or even you have some question towards Islam. Do you have that? Please write it down. Please. Yes, sister. Or in the box. Oh, good. Just answer the question. Then I better sit because so many questions to read. Okay, we have one question here. The first question is, why Muslim women cannot open her hijab in front of the non-Muslim women? This is the questions. Okay. First of all, when we talk about hijab, for the non-Muslim, do you know what is hijab, sister? Do you have any idea what is hijab? Yeah, covering the head. Okay, actually hijab is actually covering themselves. Okay, for the women it's cover every part of the body except the face and the hand. Okay, now why the Muslim women cannot open her hijab? Why she cannot open her scarf, or she cannot without hijab in front of the non-Muslim women? What is your understanding? Before I give you the answer, sister, what is your understanding? What about guys? Guys usually say, I'm okay with that, right? Yes, sister. Okay, we have several people have different understanding. Let me put it this way. First, when we talk about whether can we open our hijab in front of the non-Muslim women, what is the purpose of wearing hijab first? Understand the meaning first. What is the purpose of wearing hijab? Cover our good. And the more important thing is that when we cover our aurat, we don't want other people to know about our aurat, right? Okay? Particularly the man, not the women. Okay? So the point is, the Muslim scholar, when they talk about hijab, many people misunderstand here. They thought that Muslim women, you must cover even in front of the non-Muslim women. But now my question to you is, let's say a sister, a Chinese woman sister embrace Islam. She go home, she meet her mother and her sister. Should she cover or she don't have to cover? You tell me, need to cover or not need? No need to cover. Why not need? In front of the non-Muslim women. The main point is, it's not whether they are Muslim or they are non-Muslim. The main point is, whether will they tell other people about you, what's inside you. Can you understand this? If a Muslim woman stay same room with you, but you know that her mouth, the moment she saw something, she will tell the other guy, I thought that she is like that. You understand what I mean? The moment you know that she will tell other people about you, cover yourself, even she's a Muslim woman. The main point is, the main argument here is actually we're talking about the eye. Whether the person know how to hide our eye. Can you understand this? Boleh faham? I know you have a different understanding, but please, if you're not happy with me, this is not, I don't like the word Q&A. I put it Q&D. Question and discussion. If you're not happy with it, let's discuss about it. What I'm trying to say is, if you say that if a person embraces Islam, can she go home, she meet the parent, the mother and the sister, she don't have to cover herself, means what? Okay? So many people misunderstood this message. If she's a Muslim woman, if she will tell other people about you, then you should cover yourself. So the point is not whether, it's regardless whether you're Muslim or not Muslim. As long as that person will know how to hide, will not tell other people about you, then it's okay. Is it alright for you? Yeah. No, go ahead, it's okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can we close the door? Right.
Muslim Alhamdulillah.
Right.
One question. Islam has forbidden all the things which are haram for us. Islam has already forbidden for us. But slavery has not been expressly forbidden as per Islam. Could you like give an explanation about that? Like,
Slavery. Okay.
it's not expressly forbidden in Islam.
Okay.
As far as I know, the process was there so that eventually slavery will disappear, but it has not been clearly stated that you can't take slaves.
Oh, okay. What do you want actually?
What I'm asking is,
I understand, Pastor. Meaning that what do you what is in your mind that you expect Islam to do?
what slavery
Should be forbidden. You think? Okay. Now, let's go back to history first. Okay. Our brother asked questions about slavery. Now, if you were to look at slave, the time of prophet, even before the coming of the prophet, it is a norm. It is a norm throughout the world. After the war, whatever you got, that is yours. This is a norm. Okay? Now, and what happened is that before the coming of Prophet Muhammad SAW, the peace be upon him, how those people at that time, how they treated the women. When they have a slave, how they treated the women. They beat them, they abused them, and they shared the slave with other men. And there are many other things. So what happened is, when something which is norm, you can't just come and say it's haram. You can't just forbid it. You know, when it's something that is everybody are doing it, you just can't haram it. Even the alcohol, Allah doesn't make it haram immediately, right? Allah educates us, tell us that in Surah Al-Baqarah chapter number 2 verse 219. You see, they are a little bit good about alcohol, but they are more harm than good, than benefit. Allah educates us. Then Allah said, when you go for prayer, in Surah Al-Nisa chapter number 4 verse 34, it says, when you go for prayer, don't go in the state of drunk. It's reminding us. See, Allah do step by step. In Surah Al-Ma'idah chapter 5 verse 90, later on, once the Aqidah is strong, Allah forbid. See, same like this slavery. This is a norm for the people those times mistreated the women. So when the Prophet came, the Prophet initially put a rules for whoever wants to own slave is how you should treat her. Rule number 1, you can't share your slave to other men. Rule number 2, you can't abuse them, you can't beat them. Rule number 3, encourage us to marry them. Rule number 4, encourage them to free them. How to free them? See, if you sleep with your slave, you have a children, the children is free. It's no longer a slave. If the husband died, this slave woman, she is free. So Islam is encourage us to free slave. Eventually now, generally we don't find slave anymore in this world. But Islam doesn't put it haram because it is a norm at that particular time. But even if we have today, I believe that we have a lot of Islamic organization or country, they will use their zakat and pay and buy them over and free them. This is what Islam asks us, right? We have asnaf. One of the asnaf is to free slave. So, alhamdulillah, today we don't have slave anymore. So this is the reason why, this is the hikmah, the rahmah of Allah is gradually. Allah, in fact, if you read in Surah An-Nisa, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, there's 2 surah here, that Allah speak about slave. You see, one of the things that Allah say, Allah is reminding us to do this towards a slave, to do that towards a slave, and towards the end, he said, if you've done something, you do this. If you've done something wrong, you do this. You do something wrong, you do that. Either you fast, or you feed someone, the poor people food. But if you cannot, Allah said, when it comes to slave, Allah said, if you cannot. In fact, Allah knew what is going to happen in future, that one day you couldn't find slave. So this is a process.